Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
And we're back again. Thank you for joining us, because if we're here, that means that you are too, right here on The Local Show. Tom and Steve, no vacations. You've got another one probably coming up very soon.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, we're going to have my son, who's been Air Force,
that's right.
traveled the world a bunch here, going to be coming through here in the next few weeks. So I will probably, we might do a weekend or something.
Very nice.
But I don't know if that qualifies, Tom.
Sure.
So we get George Powers from Powers Accounting to fill in. Then it's officially a vacation.
Yeah, right.
But I'm going to be around.
Okay. Well, that's good. Just you'll be around, and that makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah, you're never comfortable.
It's great. Great to bring Charlie Roman back onto the show. He's the owner of Daniella's Steakhouse and Daniella's Fresh Seafood and Pasta House. How are you there, Charlie?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me the opportunity to spend a little quality time with two good-looking guys.
Isn't that nice of him?
So hang on, I'll get him some glasses immediately.
Charlie, you've been in the restaurant business for quite a long time, right?
2 lifetimes.
Yeah, 2 lifetimes have gone by. But you know what's great about Charlie is, when I go over to Daniella's, if he hasn't seen me in a while, he'll remember me. And he'll shake hands. How are you? All that, and you do that with a lot of your customers.
We're pretty fortunate. We've created a good brand and reputation in town.
Yeah, man.
A lot of our business is repeat business, obviously, which has certainly helped us to be successful.
Right.
I try to spend as much time on the floor as I can and make people feel comfortable when they come to our restaurants. So for us, it's a great opportunity.
And that's a lost art, man.
You don't see that anymore.
No.
Customer service seems to be a thing that's fading away, unfortunately.
Right.
So, and I got to be honest with you, I truly enjoy doing that. That's the good part of my job.
Yeah,
right, so the 2 restaurants, tell folks where they are, because sometimes there's some confusion. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's a New York State Fair.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, yeah. I mean, the Steakhouse is located on State Fair Boulevard, which is literally almost across the street from the fairgrounds.
Right.
It's located inside the Best Western Hotel. And then the other seafood and pasta house is located on the New York State Fairgrounds, right back behind Chevy Court in the little New York State Park area by the horticulture building. So we're located back in that corner. And some big space, different space.
Right. Was that called the Empire Room way back in the day?
Yeah,
it was
the
the
Empire or something. Yeah, I just had that.
Room.
Yeah, way back. Yeah.
I try not to mention it because it takes us back to the 70s.
It does. Yeah. It was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
And you're open during the fair, too.
Yeah, we're open during the fair, and we're
Nice.
open for dinner service 3 days a week, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then during the fair, obviously, we're open for the whole 13 days. We don't do our seafood pasta house menu, but our cliche is we're Daniella's at the fair selling Daniella's food. We're not Daniella's at the fair selling fair food.
There you go.
Very nice.
But there's go up towards the Native American village, Tom. Up that way. You're up that way too, right?
there's another one.
No, we're no longer at that location.
Okay.
We gave it up last year. So
Okay,
gotcha.
Last year was our last year. This year they won't see us there.
Okay.
So someone else is taking over the stand. It's a New York State property, so
Gotcha.
they awarded the contract to somebody else.
So if you want Daniella's, right next to the horticulture building, tucked in the corner there.
That's correct, right behind Chevy Court.
Yeah, and you got a bar there and everything, right?
We've got a beautiful air-conditioned bar, huge
nice.
bar. You got a beautiful patio with amazing curb appeal. If you get to see the flowers and the plants up there, it's heartwarming. It's really cool.
No,
So if you had to suggest to someone what to eat when they go there,
I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody when they ask that question at the restaurant. You go to an Italian restaurant, you should try something Italian.
Yeah.
You go to a seafood restaurant, you should try some seafood. You go to a steakhouse, you should probably try the steaks.
So you have seafood there, or during the fair, or
During
no?
the fair, yeah, we do a shrimp burger. No one at the fair does a shrimp burger.
yeah.
We do steamed clams. No one does steamed clams at the fair.
Okay. How about just a nice haddock sandwich or a big haddock meal?
We do a fresh cod. We do
cod,
a
okay,
cod
that's
platter, a fresh fish platter, which we do with fries.
Can I get lobster?
You can get a lobster roll. We do lobster rolls also. We got a couple new dishes that we're debuting, a fried pork tenderloin sandwich. No one at the fair does that. But again, it's fair food, so to speak, but it's Daniella's style.
Yeah, we would come out
that's
of
great.
so New York State maple. Everybody probably knows, we do stuff with New York State Maple,
sure.
their booth there. We would go over there and then come out after doing our thing there, and then we go over to you.
Yeah.
Come out the building at that end door, and that's
and
kind
I
of
like
one of
that
our stops.
you can eat outside.
Yeah, it's
over
nice.
that.
We got a
You got the
beautiful patio.
umbrellas,
We've got waitress and waiter service.
Beautiful.
So gender neutral service, we call it now.
I was just going to say the ladies are great, but I can't say that, Tom. We can't say they are.
So we got table service, we got air conditioning. You got a nice chance to chill at the fair without waiting in a hot line somewhere. So it's a nice opportunity.
I'll let you buy me some a beer.
I will, Tom.
A beer or 5.
If I can get you over, if I
3 or 4.
if I can get you over there.
Yeah, I'd like to go there. I think we're going to go over to the fair more.
Yeah. Well, helicopter in, Tom.
Yeah, right.
You can land right behind our patio.
That's beautiful. So over at the Daniella's Steakhouse, now there's not too many steakhouses in town. What makes you special, and where do you get your meats from?
I think that I think our staff makes us special. I think our chefs make us special. We're very consistent with our products. We've been using the same purveyors and products for the last 15 plus years. A company out of Rochester that we get all of our proteins from, Palmer Foods.
Okay.
A shout out to them.
Heard of them.
Very successful for us. We're actually their largest account in Syracuse, which is kudos to us. Mm-hmm. And it's very consistent for us. And we just, I tell my staff, I get, again, a quick analogy.
Yes.
Everybody in town can buy the same products that we buy. We just got to do a better job at it.
Yeah. Now, I remember having your greens. You have...
we've got our Daniella's greens. Greens are like pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own recipe. Everybody likes it a
Right.
certain way, a little thicker, a little thinner. We got a recipe that's very successful for us and very well received and liked, and it's one of our
I love
top
them.
appetizers.
Yes.
And it's when you go into the one, and it's next to the hotel there. What's the...
Correct.
Best Western.
Best Western.
Yeah.
So that's where I think,
Right.
it's... it's not this ginormous place. There's an intimacy.
It's small,
You've got
it's
probably
intimate,
15
yes.
tables or whatever you have in there, but there's always kind of room, and if you have to wait a little bit, they talk to you. There's a relationship.
Yep.
And when people talk online, they say, I went to Daniella's.
Well, it's always a special time when
It's
you
a
go
good
to
vibe.
Daniella's.
It's a very positive vibe there.
And you do have like a room that's kind of in the back where I sat with like 15, 20 people.
We do that also. There's a small room there that the hotel allows us to use on the weekends.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
For overflow dining, for larger parties that we can't fit in the main room. So it gives us that little bit of extra leverage that, again, for a very small room, it kind of gives us some limitations.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do a private, maybe...
like if Zoey Advertising wanted to do
have
a Christmas
10 people come
holiday
over there,
party,
we could have a private room and have...
We'd love to do some trade with you.
Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Tom will work for food, just to be clear.
Well, his food I'll work for.
That's true.
That's a good one.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So anything over at the fair that's new or different this year? I mean, you named a couple of products and everything.
Yeah, the pork tenderloin sandwich is something new that no one is doing at the fair, but we are featuring that this year. Mm-hmm. Something new that we brought in.
So how should pork be cooked? Let's be honest.
People think that they shouldn't be cooked, that it should be cooked well done, but it doesn't need to be. You can do a medium pork.
Yes, thank you.
I'm not so sure about medium rare, but that's, if someone wants to, it's not going to hurt you.
Right.
The people have this stigma that I see some pink in pork and I can't eat it.
Right.
Not true.
I grew up where pork was the enemy of all meat because it was cooked so long and so
they dry
dry.
it right out,
it was
yeah.
can we just not have it?
Yeah.
Because there was people were afraid they would get ill from it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
good. Are you looking for anybody to work at your places?
I'm going to be very frank with you again. We're very fortunate. We got a full staff at both restaurants.
Okay.
We got a very longevity staff that's been with us.
Good.
Some of our employees have been with us 30 plus years.
Wow.
Middle management 20 plus years. Servers 5 to 10 years. We don't get a lot of turnover, fortunately.
Good.
So they must like the food.
Yeah. Or you.
Or maybe me.
Yeah, that can't be it.
Absolutely not.
It's the culture.
That's
food.
Wonderful. Well, say hello to Charlie Roman if you see him out there. He is a wonderful person and a restaurateur and has done a lot for this community. Thank you so much for what you do, Charlie.
My pleasure.
All right. Owner of Daniella's Steakhouse and Daniella's Fresh Seafood and Pasta House. And go see them at the fair. Steve, coming up next on hour number 2, we're going to have a conversation with Josh Lang. He's the pastor at Redeemer Church in Syracuse. Jimmer Sokowski stops by. He's the owner-operator of Chick-fil-A in Cicero and Clay. And then then Senior Home Care and Alzheimer's Solutions. It is Sheila.
Yes, and the rabbit lady.
Oh, the bunny lady. Don't let me forget her.
Yes.
That's right. Annie Laurie Hunter.
Yes, from Save the Rabbits.
Save the Rabbits. Right here on the Local Show. Stick around. Hour number 2 starts really soon.